New Windsor police announced they have solved the December 2001 murder of Nancy Smith. Didn't think this day would come. After 24 years, police identify killer in New Windsor cold case. On May 28, 2026, agents with the FBI and investigators with the New Windsor Police Department announced they had solved the December 4, 2001 murder of 32-year-old Nancy Smith. Smith was discovered by relatives in her New Windsor, New York home on December 5th, stabbed multiple times. Her family had gone to check on her after she had not reported to work at Horton Hospital or answered calls from family members. Barbara Stolf, Nancy Smith's sister, speaks at a news conference where authorities announced the identity of Smith's killer at the New Windsor Community Center on Thursday.
Well, new DNA technology has led New Windsor police to the man they believe killed a young woman nearly 25 years ago, and it all stemmed from a single strand of hair. Our Blaze Gomez has the story.
We never stopped pursuing evidence in this case.
For nearly 25 years, the killing of 32-year-old Nancy Smith haunted investigators in New Windsor. Now,
additional forensic and genealogical investigative techniques generated new leads.
New Windsor police say new DNA technology and forensic genealogy have finally helped them solve the 2001 homicide.
I sincerely hope that this resolution brings long-awaited sense of closure to Nancy's family.
Officials say advancements in testing on a single strand of hair found at the crime scene eventually led investigators to 58-year-old Robert Young in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
We never stopped pursuing evidence in this case.
Police say Young lived in Dutchess County at the time of Nancy's murder and played at the Chance Theater in Poughkeepsie in multiple bands. They believe he knew Smith through the local music scene.
That individual denied any involvement in the homicide.
Smith was the victim of a vicious attack inside her home. Authorities say they still don't have a motive, but after investigators returned to South Carolina last month following the DNA match, police say Young died by suicide before he could be charged. Nancy's sister says the family is relieved to finally have answers after their parents died last year without ever learning who killed their daughter.
We are relieved with that, and we're at peace knowing that he can't hurt another person.
In New Windsor, Orange County, Blaze Gomez, News 12.
We begin here at 6 with a single strand of hair that helped police solve a 25-year-old homicide in Orange County. Investigators don't have a motive, but they are certain they know who killed Nancy Smith in 2001. Tony Aiello spoke with the victim's family.
Well, I remember my sister with her beautiful smile. My parents' last image of their child was covered in blankets, dead on her living room floor.
Barbara Stolfi says the pain is never far away. Her beautiful sister Nancy, savagely murdered in 2001 at the home she had just purchased in New Windsor. Despite a massive investigation, every lead came to a dead end.
We never stopped pursuing evidence in this case.
Chief Dan Valeri says in 2023, investigators submitted a single hair found on the victim for new state-of-the-art DNA analysis. It led them to Robert Young, who knew Nancy Smith through a Hudson Valley music venue, The Chance. They tracked Young to Myrtle Beach, interviewed him last month. Days later, the 58-year-old died by suicide.
Substantial evidence was developed identifying this individual as the primary person responsible for Nancy Smith's death.
Her killer, when confronted with the fact that he would be arrested for her murder, took his own life. Obviously unable to face what would lie ahead for him.
Nancy Smith's heartbroken parents died within weeks of each other in 2024. Her sister says it's bittersweet they didn't live to see this day. 3 generations of this family feeling the loss. Nephew Adam Stolfi was 2 years old when his Aunt Nancy was murdered.
I go to my mom's house. Why isn't Nene here? She doesn't love us anymore? And what do you tell a 2-year-old? You know, I told him that a monster took Nene away.
The family says they are grateful for the relentless search for answers. Tony Aiello, CBS News, New York.
An avid music lover, Smith is believed to have met Young, a Dutchess County native who played in multiple bands, while at a concert at the Chance in Poughkeepsie, according to Smith's sister, Barbara Stolf. Young was 33 at the time of the murder, New Windsor Detective Sergeant Chris Sylvester said. While investigators are confident they found the person responsible for Smith's murder, Young's motive remains unknown. a 58-year-old South Carolina man linked by DNA to the 2001 stabbing death of Nancy Smith killed himself after denying any involvement in the case. New Windsor Police announced Thursday, closing a cold case that haunted Orange County for nearly 25 years. Police investigators interviewed Robert Young of Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, last month after DNA evidence connected him to Smith's murder. New Windsor Town Supervisor Stephen Bedetti said Young denied any role in the killing before dying by suicide several days after the interview, meaning he could never be charged. The evidence that connected Young to Smith's murder was a single strand of hair that had been previously tested against 65 known DNA samples and entered into law enforcement databases, but did not produce a match. But when new genealogical technology became available in 2023, police sent the sample to a commercial genetics lab, and Young, who had not previously been on law enforcement's radar, emerged as a person of interest. In February 2024, investigators traveled to South Carolina to obtain a DNA sample from Young, which ultimately matched the DNA found at the crime scene. Investigators from the New Windsor Police Department, State Police, and the FBI's Hudson Valley Field Office spent another 22 months on the case before conducting final interviews last month in the states of New York, Connecticut, Florida, and South Carolina. Thursday's announcement finally brought answers in the December 4, 2001 killing of Smith, a 32-year-old New Windsor woman whose death remained unsolved for decades, despite more than 40 investigators working the case and investigating nearly 1,000 leads.
When the shadows fall, the truth emerges. This is Crime Stories.